Welcome to the Hoop Post Talk Show, along with Chris Ramirez, and we have Anthony Forrester on here, giving you another episode. Today, we're going to discuss the preview of this year's 2023 Border League. Will be played in Las Vegas, October 13th to the 15th. And we have a lot of the top prospects out there from the recruiting stage. And there's going to be a top flight division that's going to give you the top players of 2024, 2025, and 2026. And then we have a Super 16 division that's very deep with some good players that's up and coming. You're going to be hearing from them in the near future. So, Anthony, talk about this. Talk about the talent that's going to be out here for the Border League.
Yeah, I love how they're doing this. They're doing this out there with the Border League with so much talent. I think it's good for these guys. Obviously, they're playing at these high power schools, but to be able to compete early and get after it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? They got the AC Compass, you know what they bring to the table, a team that's like I said, last year went to nationals, fell short, but hopefully, they can come on top. But I'm excited to see, Prolific Prep, Mount Vernon from Florida. So they're a loaded team. So I'm excited. Oh, the Explorers, another team from Florida, so they rep the hometown, but I'm excited to get into it. It's good because right off the jump, the first game, we get Prolific Prep versus LABC. I'm excited to see them. I got to see AJ and Stokes this summer live for the first time, and I was really impressed with their game at such a young age. So for me, looking at Prolific Prep, some of their underclassmen, I like them too for sure. Coming right out the gate to start the tournament. How do you feel about that first matchup on October 13th between Prolific Prep and LABC?
That Prolific Prep team is very deep. They're very young, and it's a first-year team. They're going to come together, and it's going to be fun to watch with, like you said, the top two players of the class of 2026, AJ DeBansta, which had an awesome summer, outstanding. This was his breakout spring and summer, and AJ is a problem.
Yeah.
Yes. And Tyron Stokes, he can ball. A point guard. He could play the shooting guard as well. Great leader. I love his game. Great penetrator, gets to the hoop. He gets in that paint. He dominates. So you talk about a backcourt and a big man. And this Prolific team is very deep. I like Mikey Lewis, Zoom DeLeo. They got 6 players. You talk about 6 men.
Aiden as well going to Bama. Nice
Yes.
right there. And then
Sure. Yes.
we can't forget about Deron Reed, another solid piece. Like you said, they're loaded in that with them. So they have another chance to really make a run for it.
But I like this kid from LABC. I'm gonna bring him up. It's Nicholas Kamania. Nick Kamania. It's had a great camp at the Pangos camp. I saw him play. He was outstanding. He raised his stock. So he's the guy, he's the main guy I like to see for the LABC, which is Harvard Westlake, the state champions out of the state of California.
Yeah. And he has a visit soon with Gonzaga and UCLA prospect, Nicholas, like you said. So he's on their radars of those schools, man. So it's gonna be nice to see. And then also, they have the Harvard commit with Robert Hinton. So with him and Trent Perry. So let's see how them boys battle against this team. I mean, they, like I said, they have 3 solid players, but the role players fitting around them on that squad, they could really make it a game.
Yes. And then also the Florida Eagles, which is known as Montverde Academy. They're going to be led by, obviously, Cooper Flagg. He's reclassified to the class of 2024. I like Cooper. He's going to be special. I think he's going to be that guy. You're going to hear from him in the next couple of years before the draft. I think he's going to be that star that I love to watch. And I think he could have been, just for a case, if they made any exception to the NBA draft and they would have come out, I think he would have been a top 3 pick right behind Victor Wembanyama in that class. That's how great he is. and he really took the summer by storm, especially in the EYBL. And his going up against Cameron Boozer, that was some matchup. And you could just see he took over and they, even so the team struggles, they found ways to win those games in EYBL. And yes, he's must see TV. He is great to watch. So just watch him.
And the piggyback off you, Chris, with Cooper Flagg, man. All summer, all I hear is everyone not just talk about like the best in his class, obviously reclassified and still the best, but they were just saying he's like the best high school prospect out. No matter what grade, anything, Cooper Flagg, as we all know, what he brings to the table, just for so versatile, 3-level scorer, and his defense. Chris has really impressed me. He's protecting the rim. He has that toughness to him. He's not soft. He wants to compete. Like you said, he's cut from a different cloth, man. And like you said, with a prospect and he would have been a top 3 round there with the Wembanyama and the Scoots if it was to be any exceptions, because he has that much potential and he wants to be great and he loves the game. So hopefully this year, Mount Verde, we know the talent they have. And last year, they came up short in the Geico Nationals, which was crazy, which they never really got eliminated after like that early within the tournament. But I know this year with Cooper and Asa and Derek Queen and that they have a lot of seniors on this team, and all of them are really hungry because they didn't like that taste in their mouth last year, Chris, moving out that early, because that's not the standard at Mount Verde, all these years. So I feel all of them have a chip on their shoulder. And this year, Mount Verde is going to try to come for it all. But a guy that I really like is, as well as obviously Cooper with the number 1 over there, but Asa, he did really good on the USA circuit. He did real good. A big athlete that I like, passes the ball well, very long, explosive, fast and agile, attacks the rim. Just a really good player. And Asa is another guy that I like over there as well with Mount Verde, with all their collection of senior players that they have over there.
Yes, I like Asa Newell. He had another phenomenal summer. Looked well. In a couple of tournaments I've seen him play. So yes, he's just risen his stock. Well, we're gonna move. Another team to watch is the Explorers, Columbus High, the Boozer twins. Not only they have the Boozer twins, but the Richardson brothers, who just transferred from Gorman. Jace Richardson, he's a dog. I seen him play. He's a prolific scorer. Also, his brother Jackson Richardson. And they just add a flavor right there to that Columbus team, along with the Boozer twins. And Cameron, another player I love, a great defender, great touch. He could shoot from the 3. He takes over the inside the paint, looks great. His brother, Caden, awesome, great point guard. He leads. He helps he makes some big shots, makes some big plays. But I like Cameron. Cameron's like one of those guys who could be a top 3 pick right now if they could come out in the draft. Right there with Cooper Flagg. And he's going to be special. He's something special. I love watching his game. Every time I look, he's going to get better and better. You talk about a deep class. Just mention those 3. Cooper Flagg, Cameron Boozer, AJ Demansky. That's a hit right there in that top flight division. Just watching those 3 one night.
Do you think, Chris, that Cameron might take the route that GG Jackson took and reclassify and maybe try to go straight to college, or you think he might wait it out with his brother and kind of just do their regular 4 years and go? Obviously, we've seen Cooper reclassify this year, but I know we had that 1 year when GG ended up foregoing his senior year and kind of going straight to South Carolina. Do you think that's a possibility for Cam? Right?
You just can't be surprised. It's hard to say. It's unpredictable. What are the decisions? They got to do what's right for them. But we just can't be surprised with all the movement going on. But it's a wait and see. They're going to do what's best for them and just take it from where they at right at this time.
Yeah, with them 4, try to make a repeat this year. I think they definitely could do it over there.
Yeah. And there's another team, Arizona Campus Prep. I like Jamari Phillips, committed to Arizona. He's a great scorer. He's had a good EYBL summer playing in the EYBL for Paul George Elite. I like his game. I think he's going to help Campus, but I know Campus lost some players. But they're going to be fine. They got some players coming in they're very well senior laden team. They're going to be just fine in that watch. They're a good team to watch. And
Yeah,
I look forward to them every season, no matter what they have. They're going to be there in the Geico Nationals and could be that team, that dark horse. And once again, they can knock some teams off.
yep, exactly. Especially over in that Arizona side, because
Yes.
you got those dogs over there. But another guard over there, Del Jones, an aggressive point guard, downhill lead guard. And then even on what he brings to the defensive side, he's able, to be the point of attack on there. Has quick hands, quick feet. Really gets into his guys when he's defending. So Del Jones is a guy I like over there as well. And Jeremiah Fears, he did really well on the EYBL circuit, but he could play both on and off the ball. So it's good, especially when you guys have like Del and Jamari, just fit where you can. So I like the AC Compass team as well. Like you said, every time they get into Geico Nationals, they have a chance just because the way their culture is and their fit over there.
Yeah. And also, we want to just give recognition to some of those other teams. Like you're going to have a team from Coronado High School out in Henderson, which is led by T. Bartlett. I like him. He's been on the circuit throughout the summer. Great athlete. I love his size, a great size. He's going to be a guy that who's going to be a good player in the division wherever he goes to. He'll be a perfect fit for whatever team it's. I like his game. He's got a great size. Also, you have the Bishop Gorman, which is hosted the Border League for the last few years. Coach Rice, he's always going to have a good team ready. I know he lost some key players with the Richardson's brothers, John Mobley, Iju. There was another player, Zawali. Help me out there, Iju Zawali. They lost some good players there, but he's always going to have some good players. I'm looking at some of the new up and coming players he's going to have. So he's always have a reloading staff no matter what. So we definitely look forward to. And there's another team from Virginia, which is led by Bryson Tucker, who was at IMG Academy and Overtime Elite. Once again, he's moving there. I like Bryson, a great guard. I think he's going to be a player to watch this year. I know a lot of the movement has set him back, but definitely he's a talent. If he's stable right now, watch out for Bryson Tucker.
Yeah, when he gets comfortable, Chris, like you said, a lot of movement going on. But when you see his game and you see him comfortable in a solid system and feeling it, you get the real Bryson Tucker. You see his IQ, you see his flow of the game, his pace, his shot making, the way he plays the right way. He has the size, he has all the tools. So hopefully he gets that stability in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And I think he will really show why, Bryson Tucker's always been highly, ranked and recruited, and it's going to show here.
Exactly. So the top flight division, it's going to be great to watch, but I'm looking forward to that Super 16 division. And I just looked at some talent there too, some good programs. There's going to be Notre Dame, Bryce James, who just transferred from Sierra Canyon, went to Campbell Hall, then now he's over at Notre Dame. Bryce James, LeBron's son. I'm looking forward to see what he's going to bring. I think he's going to get better, and watch him this year. He's going to raise his stock. I see some talent in him. It's just right now we just want to see him showing out, and I'm looking forward to his development. Also, he has another guy who I like, Mercy Miller, who's committed to the University of Houston. Masterpiece. Oh, he's got a game. I like his game, and he's a great scorer. I saw him at Pangos this summer. Great kid. Talk to him. Check out his interview I had with him. So Mercy could play. He's a talented player. He's had a good summer. Now I'm looking for him to have that final year. Him and Bryce James can help Notre Dame win a state championship and go up against Harvard Westlake. That's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, I think they'll be good, especially at Notre Dame. That'd be a great backcourt. I feel Bryce will play perfect next to Mercy because Bryce is a player that can hit the jumper. Obviously, he's athletic, bouncy, can slash, get to the rim. So I'm excited for people to see how Bryce James is. It's funny, Chris. Every time I see Bryce, I feel like he gets taller and taller, and it's just this man's growing and his body's filling out, and it's gonna be nice. But Mercy is a guard I really like. The Houston commit, with Samson recruits over there, straight dog, downhill style, aggressive, gets in the lane, a natural scorer. So that's gonna be exciting to see them go up against Storm Hoopers. I like Liam Campbell over there, the USC commit. He's a guard that plays with great pace, ability to stretch the defense with his range of his shooting, his playmaking ability, and he makes a difficult matchup for his opponent. So I think over there, Liam Campbell, that'll be a nice matchup against that backcourt of Bryce and Mercy for sure.
Definitely. Also, speaking of another team in California, you can't forget them too, Corona Centennial. They're led by Carter Bryant, who I like, who's committed to Arizona along with Jabari Phillips. Carter had a good summer. He also played with Paul George Elite, and another great scorer. His inside presence is awesome. I like his game. I think he's going to have a good senior year. I'm really looking forward to that. Also, another team you got to watch out for is on the rise, St. John Bosco.
St. John Bosco.
And they have another guy I like who's one of the top players in the class of 2026 is Brandon McCoy. And another star, Elise Harrington.
Yeah, he has a really polished offensive game. He has a long, lengthy frame, game-changing athleticism. He's a very impressive prospect as well. I like Brandon McCoy as well, Chris, when I watch his game.
Yes. Also, Campbell Hall. Right now, Coach David Grace, his first year, former UCLA assistant. He recruited the ball, bro. He recruited under Steve Alford, recruited all that talent. He's head coach. He's got a lot of good players. It's a transition right now. You got Richard Hamilton's son there, Richard Hamilton Jr. He's getting some players. Baron Bellamy, I like the son of Bill Bellamy. I know they'll be scheduled to play there. I'm not. I might be wrong. They might be in the Super 16. But they'll be scheduled to be, as to my understanding, they're scheduled to be there. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, the Overtime Elite, we mentioned them too, and we talk about Carter Knox. Carter Knox was a dog this summer. He's gotten better. So look out for Carter Knox. Talk about some of that other talent Overtime Elite we need to watch.
So there's a guy, he's like ranked like in the top 20 in the class of 2025, Tyler Jackson. That's a guy over there that's doing really well in Overtime Elite. I'm loving what Overtime Elite's doing with the talent and the player development and getting these guys ready. And as we've seen, they had the Thompson twins go into the draft, and as well as other players. And then Canyon Catchings. I don't know if you got to see him the other day, but I was watching him in a scrimmage with Overtime Elite, and he was just straight dominating. And he was an eye that really, really caught me. So be on the lookout for Cannon Catchings and Tyler Jackson. Obviously, we know what Carter Knox brings to the table, and he's extremely talented. I'm from Florida, so I got to see Carter Knox a lot, and he's over from around the Tampa area he played. So they got some good pieces over at Overtime Elite. Southern California Academy, a guy that we've talked about a lot, Chris, class 2024, Nas Cunningham. I think him coming over to Southern Cal Academy, his long, wiry frame. He's a guy that excels in transition, flies above the rim, great cutter. He does all those little things, and pairing him with Larry Johnson, the Creighton commit.
Yes.
Explosive guard, 6'4", plays above the rim as well, and just elite who can knock down shots and defend at a high level. So I'm excited to see how Southern California Academy also comes out.
Yes, this is going to be a great tournament. Also, they add top 150 camp too. So this tournament, it's gonna be a big set. It's gonna be a big tournament. I'm looking forward to the preseason matchups. Like I said, the top flight is great, but this Super 16, it's like that. It's that one that's really deep, and I'm looking forward to going back and forth and watching this talent. Just seeing what they're going through. I'm looking forward to it, and it's gonna be really a great tournament to watch.
One more guy I wanted to see if you wanted to touch on him, Chris, from class of 2026. I know you got to interview him if you want to kind of talk about his game, but Cameron Holmes from
Oh
Millennium in
yes,
Arizona. I see that they're going to be at the tournament, and from my eyes, I see he has the size, he has the skill, very mature approach as a young player, monster potential. How do you, if you can just talk a little bit about him and a guy of the 2026 class?
he's a perfect size. He could play both ends, get to the rim. He attacks the rim. He gets to the rebound. He's very quick coming up the floor. I really like this kid. He's gonna be good. He had his brother Deron Holmes, who plays for Dayton. Uh,
Okay.
so I think he's gonna be much better than Deron. Deron's a projected player in the NBA draft, but I like Cameron. I think he's gonna be that dog, and he's getting up. He's climbing up the ladder too. Look out for him as well.
Yeah, that's good. I just want to have you touch up because I know you got the chance to, talk to him and watch him live. So I thought I'd give her, everyone a good insight of him when you got to see him.
Yes. Yeah. Final thoughts. Another deep class here. A lot of talent here. Just know that we got more to come. I know there's a lot more talent once everything is set in stone. I'm looking forward to this tournament, and the people there at the Border League puts on a great job. Kudos to those guys.
Yeah, it's a blessing when you can get this many high level teams and this much talent and the way they do things. So it's a blessing. I'm happy they put it on because it's great for us like this fans of the game that love to see these guys compete and see the best of the best. Obviously, not every team that's one of the best is in here, but the groups that they can get in, they got a lot of talent. So I mean, we got some of the best players. So you can't go wrong.
Yes. Okay. Well, that would be this is our we're going to wrap it up here. Definitely, I appreciate you coming on, Anthony, and sharing your thoughts. And we're looking forward to watching this Border League. It's going to be on, we're going to have some live games on ESPN. I'm sure you're going to get some highlights as well. So don't miss it. Either way you go there, if you can't get to the game, watch it on you can watch it live on ESPN, or you could go watch it on YouTube, the highlights. So there's gonna be talent to watch, and like you see the top players from the class of 2024, 2025, 2026. This is your opportunity to see them. Then you're gonna look at some other players. This is gonna be other places going to have their coming out party. I'm looking forward to it. But that's going to be the end of our show. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. Once again, thank you, Anthony, for coming in, sharing your thoughts with us
Thank
about this
you.
stuff. And that will wrap it up. We'd like to thank you for watching the Hoop Post Talk Show, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Be
Take
good.
care, everyone. Have a good day.